go ahead and begin by getting comfortable in the space in which your body occupies right now. Making any adjustments, really at any time, to ensure your comfort. Begin to notice your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Just beginning to notice how becoming aware of your breath allows the body to relax. That a signal is sent saying it's okay to release. It's okay to let go. It's okay to relax. Each and every breath taking you deeper. And it is my privilege to allow my voice to be a guide to your inner self. I don't know what this experience will end up being for you, but because you've taken the time to explore and to discover and to deepen your connection to the power of love, it can only be a rewarding journey. So very good. Congratulate yourself. Thank yourself for making yourself a priority, for taking this time. Breathing in and breathing out. Enjoying the deepening sense of relaxation. Feel the cells of your body opening up to that invitation. As your muscles continue to relax. The desire to let your shoulders just simply sink down, release, relax, letting go more and more with each and every breath. The shoulders loose, soft, limp. Having extended that invitation even further out to your body. Feeling the tension melt away more and more. Perhaps feeling a sense of heaviness coming over your body. Sinking more fully into the chair or the couch or the bed or the floor or wherever you are experiencing this. Sinking deeper, more fully into it. Perhaps that is not your experience at all right now. Perhaps your experience is one where your body begins to feel lighter, where you have a sense of floating upward, onward, and beyond, a sense of drifting, dreaming. Perhaps your experience is the feeling of just being where you are and fully experiencing that environment. Whichever one of those that you are experiencing, they are all perfectly okay. You are doing everything well, everything just as you should be, as this experience continues to unfold in the right and perfect way for you. There really is no wrong way to experience hypnosis. Feels good to go to that place as you continue to go deeper still. That sensation amplifying, increasing, deepening with every breath. The sound of my voice continuing to be your guide throughout this session. And should you desire right now to deepen the sense of relaxation, to go to that place in your mind where it is fully open and receptive to new learning, and perhaps you're asking yourself, I don't know where that place is at. I'm not sure I know how to access it. Again, there's no right or wrong way to experience this. It's the experience itself. So just let happen what will happen. The only thing you need to do is have the expectation that it will happen, have the desire that it will happen, allow it to happen, and it happens as if quite automatically, as if a certain part of you, an inner you, knows exactly what it needs to do, what has to happen for you to go deeper still. It's a very simple process. Simply listening to my voice, following my instructions, and allowing yourself to be guided down simply by counting backwards from 10 to the magic number of 0. Each number at least doubling the sensation of relaxation, if not more. You decide. Number 10, perhaps you find yourself asking yourself, how good can I feel? How deep can I go? How relaxed can I become? Well, let's find out. Going deeper still to number 9. Amplifying, increasing, deepening this experience with every single number downward, deeper. 8. Continuing to open your mind and body to new learning, new insight, new information. 7, to that place where answers are created, are offered. Your answers, not my answers, your answers. The right and perfect answers for you waiting for your discovery. 6, continuing the journey. 5, halfway there. 4, with anticipation and expectation. 3, how deep can you go? How good can you feel? How relaxed can you become? How much relaxation can you handle? 2, almost there, almost there. 1 and 0. Go there, be there, you're there now. Deepening, learning, open and receptive to all of the inner powers of your mind, the inner strengths that live inside of you. And you've created time and space now to explore to deepen your connection to the power of love. February, the focus of love. Hearts in the month of February all around us. Valentine's Day, a day where we celebrate all the different kinds of love. We've been conditioned to associate the colors of red and pink with the color as the color of love. As you sit in that place of discovery right now, I'd like you to connect to that power of love within you and discover if red or pink is the right and perfect color to represent love for you. Get in touch with that power. And as you discover what is the right and perfect color to represent this power of love for you, and again, there's no right or wrong color, it's whatever color you decide it to be. Discover as well where love resides in you. We automatically think, believe, accept that love lives in our heart center. And that is a very good place for love to live and reside in our physical body. The heart being an extremely powerful organ, an extremely powerful center of our body. Breathing in, breathing out. Because this is a time of discovery, I simply pose the question, where does love reside in your physical body? Not because it's perhaps not in the heart space, but perhaps it is not only in the heart space. Perhaps it is elsewhere, in addition to. I'm just discovering where this is, pinpointing it. And as you take a few moments, to connect to the physical aspects of love in your body, feel your heart beat. Perhaps you can even hear it. Beat for beat. A continuous pulsation every day, every moment. For as long as we breathe and the heart beats, we are okay. The dictionary defines love as an intense feeling of deep affection. And I find this to be a quite inadequate definition, for the concept of love seems to be so much bigger than simply an intense feeling of deep affection. It seems to only really be one aspect of this word that contains so much meaning. So, in your discovery, in the process of discovering a deeper meaning, a deeper connection, of love for you today, let's also include the definition, the 4 different definitions that the ancient Greeks used, 4 different types of love, to make this a more meaningful discovery for us. The Greeks had unconditional love, an unconditional acceptance of a person, brotherly love, that kind of love that we extend to our fellow man, our neighbor, our friend. Family love, or the kind of love that includes physical touch, the need and desire for physical touch, the longing for a hug, a pat on the back, perhaps even just a handshake. And then, of course, sexual attraction as well. These 4 areas, all having to do with the different types of love that we can experience at any given time. And so, continuing with this discovery session, this deepening, I invite you to turn even further inward. Many times when we think about love, we forget to begin with ourselves. Self-love being one of the most important things that we could practice. Practicing self-love on a daily basis. So think about that right now. Connecting with your heart center, that place within where love resides. Identifying, imagining that space infused with whatever color you have decided love represents for you. and begin to allow it to grow and expand and increase from that center outward, enveloping, seeping into every single individual cell of the body. A feeling of self-love, of gratitude, for the physical self, for the emotional self, for the spiritual self, extending that hand of love right now. Perhaps this seems unfamiliar. Perhaps you've never done this before. And it's quite easy. You can actually just have a conversation with the self. Perhaps there's an area that you can identify right now, perhaps a physical pain that you've been dealing with, or an emotional state. Perhaps you've noticed recently negative self-talk. So go ahead and have that conversation with yourself. Whatever that may be, if it's the pain in your leg, extend it, the love that it desires as well. I'm sorry for have spoken ill of you. Forgive me for not having cared for you. And infuse it simply with that color of love. Allowing it to pulsate in. If it's negative talk, forgive me for having spoken ill of you. Every part of you is deserving of love. Every part of you is worthy of love. Every part of you is capable of love, of being loved, of receiving love, of being loving, showing up as love. And as you allow this feeling of love, this color of love, the pulsation of love, as it continues to pulsate through your body, just send out a message of healing and forgiveness, of things both known and unknown to you right now. That you are ready to become a more loving expression of yourself. That your capacity for love, as you sit here, increases, is growing, expands right now. We all have a capacity for love, and sometimes we limit that capacity. Take the time right now to identify any area in your life where you have put a limitation on your capacity for love, either in the giving or the receiving. Either towards yourself Or perhaps identify that fellow human being on which you've limited your capacity to give and receive love. Perhaps expanding that unconditional love that the ancient Greeks talked about, or the brotherly love that we feel for our fellow human. Family love that includes physical touch. Perhaps even sexual love. Using those 4 types, checking in with yourself and seeing where you may have been restricting your give and take, your giving and receiving of love. See where there's room to grow, where there's expansion. And this isn't judgment. This is simple awareness, observation, learning, growing, developing. Identify those areas where love can expand in your life, where it can grow, where it can thrive more, where it can flourish more. And see yourself now. See yourself. Hear yourself. Taking the actions. Saying the words that will allow this to increase, that will allow your capacity for giving and receiving love to increase, to expand, to grow, to develop. It doesn't matter what's gone before you, what's happened in the past. What's important is you have decided here and now to increase your capacity for giving and receiving love in whatever way you have identified would be right and perfect for you. So you see yourself starting today, right now, today, and going forward every day in every way into the future, increasing your capacity for love. Because the question is, where is the limit? How much love can I experience? How much love can I give? How much love can I receive? Is there a limit? Is there a cap? Is there a stop? Is there ever a limit to the amount of love that we can experience? So see yourself becoming open and receptive to just living in that question. How much love can I give and receive every day in every way? Discovering new, different, better ways to give and receive this wonderful power, love. And as you see yourself expanding this capacity of being a loving being moving through the world, know that you are part of an electricity circuit as you light up with the power of love. As you continue to light up with the power of love, that you offer that energy field, that you offer that possibility, that connection to others. And others can't help but notice it and want it for themselves and see the possibility of what can be achieved as you light up as a loving expression. What does that look sound for you? And you understand as well that because your capacity for giving and receiving love never ends, that it begins with loving yourself and continues outward, enveloping your friends, your family, moving outward, that capacity for true brotherly love and acceptance, expanding out into your community, practicing it as you drive along, wishing your fellow driver well and allowing it to be a reflection of your actions. Never having to exchange a word, but sending that message of love energetically. Perhaps it's to the woman at the grocery store behind the cash register, or the kids you see on the school bus, or the man who delivers your paper, or the doctor that you're seeing later in the week. But really increasing that capacity to give and receive love on an energetic level to everyone with whom you come in contact. Continuing out beyond your community. Knowing that when we each deepen the connection and realize that our capacity for giving and receiving love never ends, is never limited, is only limited by our own limited thinking, that truly we can expand and grow into this evermore, every day in every way, that it vibration that extends way beyond ourselves and has a ripple effect throughout the entire. That's how powerful love is. So powerful that we can even include those with whom we don't like so much, those with whom we disagree, those with whom we have a hard time getting along. The Dalai Lama calls those people our sacred friends. Those are the people that we really get to learn a lot about ourselves. And so can you extend to even your sacred friends? And perhaps these aren't people that you know personally. Perhaps they're politicians. Perhaps they are leaders of the world. Perhaps even a criminal. The capacity for love does not condone bad behavior or poor choices, but it simply envelops the idea that there are people out there who simply don't realize who they are. And so holding them up in love when they are unable to do it for themselves is one of the greatest gifts that we can give. So see yourself doing this now. Identify one of those sacred friends. Someone in the past you didn't think it was possible to extend a hand in love. And do so now, knowing that energetically, on some level, it will be felt. Continuing to breathe. Taking in whatever you have discovered during this time, during this space. Taking all of that in right now. Allowing the experience to integrate itself into who you are in whichever way is right and perfect for you, fully, totally, completely, and deeply. Allowing this process to continue deepening even after this session is over. New awareness always helpful. Noticing what we notice throughout your day. And ending the session in a few moments. The snap of my fingers. Not before, but at the snap of my fingers, awakening, refreshed, energized, alert, awake. Perhaps even noticing the beating of your heart when your eyes open. Counting upward from 1 to 5 now. 1, becoming aware of the space in which you are sitting or laying. Feeling secure, supported, claiming that space. That is your space. That is out of all of the space in this entire universe. That is your space right there and can be claimed only by you. 2, taking a deep breath in, feeling the energy that it brings, energizing your body, your mind, getting ready to awaken from this experience. 3, taking everything in and letting it fully integrate into who you now are. 4, with anticipation and expectation at feeling absolutely wonderfully great when you open your eyes. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wake up, wake up, wake up. Eyes open. Thank you very much for being here.